Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 44th episode of the Dimes Only podcast. I am your co-host, Ricardo Buddy Sandoval. To my right is George Hernandez. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, especially because, we got the dub. Feeling good. Good week so far. I mean, it just started, but we've been feeling good.
You're talking about the Lakers, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Series not over till it hits 4.
No, you said you're excited because they got the dub. I thought you were referring to the Lakers.
No, you already know who.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 44th episode. This is the Jerry West episode, the logo. Of course, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. NBA champion in 1972. The only player in NBA history to win a finals MVP on a losing team in 1969 against the Boston Celtics. If you didn't know, now you know. 14-time NBA All-Star, 10-time first-team All-NBA, Hall of Famer, of course, and a member of the NBA 75th anniversary team. George, what is your favorite memory of Jerry West? No, I'm kidding. We weren't even alive.
When he was announced the logo.
When he was announced the logo, and none of us were alive there. But still, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. You got to respect your elders, which you do not whatsoever because you don't count anything before 2000. But that is fine. I do. That is fine. No hate, no shame there.
Kyrie putting 100 on him, though.
Kyrie's
putting 100 on Jerry West, still.
Dog, we just said it was a Jerry West episode and you go and disrespect the logo like that?
I'm just kidding. But, I mean, like basketball is still, advancing. Well, it wasn't advanced yet, the little, you've seen their jumpers and stuff.
Yeah. And then he didn't play in the 50s, George. That wasn't. He played in the 60s and 70s.
Still no 3-point line, and still,
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, respect to him, he's one of the pioneers to this game. I mean, he has the logo, so.
Yeah, that's right, George. A lot of NBA basketball going on. Playoffs are underway, and I really like this first round so far. I mean, like you said, we had a couple 3-1s, a couple series that are 3-1, but the games themselves have been really competitive. A series just ended. Two series just ended. That's right. The Nuggets and the T-Wolves and the Suns and the Clippers only went 5, but for the most part, most of the games were pretty competitive. What are your thoughts just overall on the playoffs so far before we get into specifics?
They haven't disappointed. Like you said, although there have been 3-1s or whatever, they've been close games. I think there's only been like one blowout, I would say, like that I can think of. Probably like one.
Yeah, I think maybe the one I'm thinking of, probably the Knicks one. Yeah. The Knicks and that was a game 3 one. Which was that
Memphis Lakers one blowout? Not this last one, but the one before that.
Yeah, game 3. Well, the Grizzlies made a mini run at the end. Ja Morant got hot towards the fourth quarter, but yeah, they never got it within single digits.
Yeah.
So
I think Sixers had a couple blowouts.
Sixers had a blowout in game 1. Game 2 was really competitive, and those final 2 games were competitive as well. Yeah, so like even though that one was a sweep, I think the games itself were competitive, and usually the first round doesn't really produce games like that. So I think it was fun seeing that.
And you brought it up when we're talking about March Madness, how it feels like March Madness because you don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
I mean the Knicks, surprising. Not a surprise, but we didn't know it was going to be 3-1.
Well, I think it's surprising in the sense that it is 3-1, and how Donovan Mitchell is performing. Usually, I mean, in a short career, he's been known to perform really well in the playoffs, and the Knicks are really holding him down. They have him in a straitjacket right now. I think it's a little bit of both. I'll give credit to the Knicks defense because Tom Thibodeau is a fantastic defensive-minded coach. Yeah. And then you got to say, okay, what the heck is going on with Donovan Mitchell or their game plan for him? And speaking of JB Bickerstaff, so.
Yeah, Garland has been struggling some games too.
Oh my God, yeah, he's a brick machine right now. Yeah, it's
every
bad.
Game? I don't know. He's been every game because I know he hooped.
Game 3, he was hooping. He was bad. No, game 3 he was bad.
That's when he was bad then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he did good game 1. I think game 2 in the blowout game.
That's
when they won. Yeah. I think that's been his best game.
They need Donovan Mitchell from the bubble though.
They do.
He had 57. 56,
I think he averaged about 37
He had
that
57 against Nuggets one game.
Yeah, one game. I think it was that game where
It was just
they were just going back and forth. But then again, that was kind of a constant theme throughout the series. Just him and Jamal just going back and forth with each other. That was super fun to watch there. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if it is because he's in Cleveland. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But hopefully, not hopefully, but they need him to perform like that to extend the series. But I don't know if they can because
we had Cavs game 7, huh? There's still a chance. I
think we did have Cavs in 7. There is a chance, but they would have to come back down 3-1. Advantage with them is they do have 2 possible home games, so there's that. But the Knicks are playing really well, man. I don't think they've allowed over 100 points.
Brunson and
the series.
Well, Randall got benched that one game.
Yeah, Randall was cheeks.
Just that one game though, because he's been hooping.
We get it, George. We get it.
No, I'm just saying. Brunson's a hooper though.
He hasn't been hooping this series.
No,
Randall?
No, I switched to Brunson.
No, but I'm telling you, Randall hasn't been doing good this series.
I haven't been keeping up with that series so much, but Brunson made me a believer. I didn't like him at first. I thought he was just like a, maybe that one time thing. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a bag like that, and then when they gave him the bag,
the bag, right?
The bag, what was it like, $5 million? No.
No, I'm not sure of the terms of the details.
Well, anyway, we thought he was overpaid, but then he's proving he deserves that bag.
Yeah.
He's a hooper.
Definitely. He is. Yeah, like you said, I didn't really see this coming. I mean, he performed really well in the playoffs last year for the Dallas Mavericks. But
because I think he struggled during the season a bit. Like, they were saying what happened to the Jalen Brunson from the Mavericks and stuff. But
who was struggling during the season?
Brunson, no?
With
the
who?
beginning.
With who?
The Knicks.
No, he wasn't.
The Knicks started off bad, no?
No.
Oh, I can't remember that far back.
Yeah.
But they did start bad. Remember they had a couple, they were out the playoffs for a time and then they climbed back up? Or they were just like low seeded?
Maybe like within the first 10 games.
Really?
Yep. Other than that, they've been in the playoff.
Why do I remember people just talking shit about like Knicks?
Well, because they're a big market team and they get that type of hate and hype just like my squad, who does, because we get talked about all the time whether we deserve it or not. Yeah. Just like in the beginning, I think we deserved it in a bad way, but a couple.
Even you were giving them shit.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to my team, picked up a very crucial. I think it was a very crucial.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Game 4 win.
Even I think so.
Lakers are now up 3-1. They have one more win to move on to the second round. 7 seed beating a 2 seed. That's only happened twice, and it's only happened in the modern game. I think the first time was, I cannot remember, but the last time that happened was 2010. The Spurs, I think they beat the Mavericks in the first round. They were 7 seed and they beat the 2 seed Mavericks. So that was the last time it happened, and now the Lakers are on the verge of having that happen. George, thoughts on Game 4? Thoughts on the greatness of LeBron James coming up clutch when the Lakers needed him? Because without him, they wouldn't have won that game. And they played stellar defense as well.
And people still say LeBron's not clutch.
Still.
What
is wrong with those people, George?
I don't know. They just hate him.
What is it? I think it's just...
I can tell you exactly what it is.
Okay, tell me.
People just hate he's compared to Kobe and Jordan. And people just can't leave the thought that someone could be better than Kobe and Jordan. And it's LeBron. And people don't like him because obviously he didn't win in Cleveland. He went to Heat. And then after the Heat, he went back to Cleveland. He won another chip. And then he came to the Lakers. I don't know. They just don't like him because that move he made, that one move. But he had to.
Maybe the decision really had a lot to do with him getting a lot of hate.
He had to.
He did.
Kobe almost left, and if he, let's say, obviously he didn't leave, but if he would have, then I think, because until they brought in Gasol, that's when he decided.
Kobe almost left twice. He almost left after the 2004 finals, and he almost left after the 2007 season, and then that's when he
Got
07 was really when he was like, okay, no, like get me out of here. I really don't want to be here. Jerry Buss, the late great Jerry Buss didn't pull the trigger, and they ended up trading for Powell, and we all forgot about that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he had to leave that team because the Cavs team because he needed someone to help him win. Obviously, everyone does. Don't say Jordan, Kobe did it.
They all got help.
They all had help. Even Bynum was a great help.
Yes.
Fisher,
Yep.
Gasol, Shaq, 2 with Shaq,
Meta,
3 Shaq,
Meta, Trevor,
3 with Shaq.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jordan Farmar came in clutch at times.
And then Jordan didn't start winning till he got Scotty and Rodman.
Yep.
Before
not Rodman.
Rodman, but Scotty. And then because he was getting bounced out like first rounds.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was getting his ass kicked by the Pistons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there it is. Well, anyway, it's back to today's NBA. LeBron showed why he's the greatest player of all time. He showed that you never give up and you strive for greatness.
Very good analysis, George.
Well, anyway, I think we saw a very young Memphis Grizzlies team just choke. I know Desmond Bain was hooping.
He was hooping, man. He had 36 points.
And then the last 2 minutes, I know he just couldn't buy a bucket. I don't know what happened to him. And then Ja, I don't know what happened to him. He just wants to go up and just get charges.
Ja was so reckless with that. I mean, I don't think he's understanding the concept of, like, it's the playoffs. People, especially LeBron, when you have the greatest player of all time sacrificing his body like that goes a long way, George. Mm-hmm. I mean, just for example, I'm assuming Austin Reeves look at that. It's like, if LeBron could put his body on the line like that, why can't I, right? On the biggest stage ever. And Ja has to realize that he can't be doing all these types of stuff going in the air, because not only is he going to hurt himself, but he's going to hurt someone else too. Yeah. And I don't know why he continues to do that.
He did it 3 times, and I think one of them he hurt his wrist.
Well, he did it twice yesterday. Yeah. And he did it one time in game 1. That's when he got injured. Yeah. Against when Anthony Davis took the charge.
The first one he did yesterday, he was like grabbing his wrist. I'm like,
he was. Wrist again. He was. Mm-hmm.
But what shows about this Lakers team, that you do have that. You have Austin Reeves now. You have D'Lo, who put up those clutch shots. Yes. Though he was struggling a bit.
He was struggling in the first half.
Ice in the veins. He hit three back-to-back threes. Look, AD was struggling.
You forgot about Rui Hachimura.
But this is where I'm getting at. Their depth. Anthony Davis had only 4 points, I think, at a time. Third quarter or so. Yeah. And you were still up. It was a close game.
You weren't up. But
you weren't up, but
you were in the game.
You were in the game. Like, usually, like, I would say this old Laker team, if AD, the old Lakers team that you guys had at the beginning of the season, if AD had that performance, they would have been getting blown out. I think so. But since you have that depth now, you have all these players who could put up 20, you don't want AD to have those games, but you could allow it for one game if people aren't on. So that's why I'm saying this Lakers team is not the same Laker. Yeah. Obviously, it's not the same Laker team that it was once. And that's why I'm not. It doesn't matter what seed they have. They're still a great Laker team now.
Yeah, for sure, George. I agree. They are a 7 seed, but with this newly revamped team that they did, going by that record, that's not a 7 seed record.
That's not a 7 seed. That's top 5 at least.
This team is. When you take it from its totality. Because I think the Lakers are not even a top 10 defense overall throughout the season. But they were the number 1 defense these past 30 games. Yeah. Right?
And I think they have the best record. They ended with the best record.
They have the best record as well. So
at the final of the season.
So, like, my point I was trying to get is, like, this is not a regular 7 seed team.
It's not.
Me and you said this in the podcast. If they were, or maybe we did, maybe we said it off record, but if they had a full season, they would be a top 4 seed. Mm-hmm. Right? So, I think the Lakers they hit a good stride right now. They got to keep it up. They got to close this out. Grizzlies are going back home. Fans are gonna be crazy and wild, and the Lakers need to have that. I think, like I told you guys yesterday, don't play with your food. Don't play with your food. You gotta close it out on Wednesday. Not only do they have to close it out on Wednesday because Well, no. Well, this is why they got to close it out on Wednesday, because you have the Kings and Warriors going at it. Hopefully that goes 7. If you end this tomorrow, we're recording on Tuesday. If you end this tomorrow on Wednesday, you get at least 5-6 days of rest. You have LeBron James, who needs as much rest as he can, and also 38 years old, and Anthony Davis, who needs as much rest as he can. So if you could get that, that would be a huge help. And you get a banged up either Kings or Warriors team in the next series, and you go from there, right? So it's pivotal that the Lakers win Game 5. I hope they do, but with them sometimes, I really don't know. So
yeah, and I was talking to him about Ja.
Yeah,
his play style. Man, I don't know. I just think he's good. He has the talent. But talent doesn't get you everywhere sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
It could only take you so far.
Because yesterday, the only thing he did was drive, try to get layups, and he missed every layup he tried. Every contested layup he tried to take. I don't know. I think he just doesn't have a jumper, or he's not comfortable with his jumper, because I did not see him take a jump shot till like he had to the last minute or like the last seconds.
That could probably do a lot with his hand. It could, because even before Game 4, TNT went inside the locker room. They were wrapping up his hand, and one of the trainers was, I think they were pulling it back like that, or just trying to measure how sensitive it is. And
I would rather shoot than go in reckless like that. I don't know, bro, but he was taking so many contested layups that he didn't need to. I think on AD, on Hachimura. Oh, he did get the dunk on Hachimura.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
He's really athletic, but I think his mentality right now is not there. I think he just needs to get smarter with the basketball, I would say. Because there's plenty times he could have just kicked out and just not take like those reckless. Yeah, it's just reckless sometimes. But moving on, well, staying on the topic of the Lakers Grizzlies, but moving on, what you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, what pretty much everyone was talking about. Dillon Brooks and JA. Lakers got the W yesterday in overtime. And Dillon Brooks and Ja Morant declined to speak to the media. I think that shows a lot of them and the team. George, win or lose in the NBA, in sports in general, you got to face the music and you got to talk to the media. That is part of your job.
Wait, don't you get fined because that is on your contract?
I don't know if they're going to get fined, but well, I think you're saying that because of Marshawn Lynch.
No, not because of Marshawn Lynch, but even the NBA, they have a contract.
I think they do.
But you got to speak to media and
I think so. I think so. I mean, that is one of the duties. I mean, you gotta give the people your opinion, your thoughts on after the game. And Dillon Brooks said, "I'm out." Declined to speak to the media. Ja, I don't know if he had a statement, but he declined to speak to the media as well. And I think that just goes to show who this Memphis team really is, because Ja is their leader. He is their franchise player. And I think that goes to show who they are. I mean, we hear them talking and chirping when they're up, but when you're losing and you're down 1-3 in a series,
and
you don't want to talk, and you're the second seed, you don't want to talk and speak to the media? What kind of what kind of leader is that? What kind of person is that? Okay, so only when things are good, when everything's bright, sunny, and the rainbow's out. You don't want to talk when there's a storm. What is that?
It was in the job description when they applied.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely need to talk to the media. Okay, like Dillon Brooks, you gotta how they talk about injuries or not injuries. Caitlin Clark, you gotta take it when you give it or something.
Oh yeah. If you dish it, you gotta be able to take it as well.
I mean, it's the same thing with Dillon Brooks. He's being a little diva. You have to talk to the media. Like, you were chirping when you wanted, like you said, you want to talk about when you're up, talk shit about LeBron. He's old, all this stuff.
After they won that game,
game, and that old man gave you 20-20. Oh my goodness, 20 points or 22 points, 20 rebounds, and now you don't want to talk. He knows he's gonna get flamed, and then he talks about how the fans are making him the villain. No,
media.
The media.
Everyone pretty much.
Well, everyone's making him the villain, but that's him. He's making himself the villain, because now I feel like people are gonna go at you for saying all those stuff, and now you don't want to talk. Like you got to take it.
Yep.
You got to take it. You're the one talking.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take it.
Yeah, but not only did it start there by LeBron calling him old after they won Game 2, but back in January of this year,
Oh yeah, that's right.
he said that to force LeBron left because he's not as good going left or whatever like that. You know, I don't know if that was maybe before they played the Lakers, after they played the Lakers, but I mean, he's talking his talk, right?
I feel like. Well, anyway, LeBron is a lefty.
Yeah,
He is a lefty. By, I think he just shoots with his right or whatever. But he says
he does. Yeah,
he says he's a lefty.
yeah. He even writes with his left.
Could be a Lecat.
No.
No, I'm just
left.
kidding. He is. He is a lefty. But
No cap.
he switched hands to shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
I forgot the story, but something like that. He
Yeah.
switched to shoot. But yeah,
Yeah, George. Just
Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, my final thoughts on that. That's very immature.
Worse than Draymond.
Worse than Draymond in terms of what?
Just like annoyingness, I guess. Like
I don't find Draymond annoying. I actually
not
like
annoying,
Draymond.
but like when he does his little antics.
Yeah, for me, yeah, definitely. But not only because he does that, but because he doesn't have the game to back it up.
Well, actually, also, yeah, you're right. Because Draymond has what, 3 rings? So
4.
4.
He has 4, but not only that, Draymond is his IQ in basketball is off the charts. And all of that. I love when Draymond chirps at the fans. I love it, bro.
Dillon Brooks is just a role player.
At best, probably. I think he got a couple calls from Indonesia last night, and then I think China, the Shanghai Sharks want to recruit him. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's it, man. Hopefully, the Lakers put them to bed because the bear has been poked, and it is a cocaine bear, unfortunately, for the
You see the movie?
for the Memphis Grizzlies. I haven't. And yeah, man, just end it. Stop playing with your food.
Yeah, that's a true story, though.
End it
Cocaine
tomorrow.
bear.
I know. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
True story back then, a true story now.
right.
With
George,
the Lakers.
George, your Denver Nuggets will be moving on to the second round in the Western Conference. They will face someone else who just won today, the Phoenix Suns. They closed out the Clippers. And George, that series with the Suns and Clippers, you expected a lot. I only had it going 6, but I had it being extremely competitive. Yeah. And then,
which it still was.
Last week, yes, it was. But unfortunately, their 2 star players weren't available. George, last week, we were praising Kawhi, saying how he is a terrific playoff performer, which he is. Top 75 player of all time. He's just fantastic in the clutch. And then after that, George, he doesn't play the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Sprained knee. I'm not buying it. They also downplayed it when he tore his ACL in the playoffs 2 years ago. I'm not buying it. I think there's something more serious going on. We were robbed this series, George.
We were.
Just real quick.
As
thoughts,
fans, NBA fans, not as fans for other teams.
Just thoughts on the Suns and Clippers series overall.
So originally we had it 7 games, but
you had it 7, I had it 6.
You had it 6?
Yeah.
But then you switched it on us. You like this?
Oh, I did. Yes, I did.
You're like this might go 7.
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
So originally we had 7. Well, he had 6, 7. Then he switched it to 7. But then as soon as we heard the Kawhi news that he was gonna miss, we knew that game was going to the Suns, and then he missed again with like Suns, which they were close games. But like I was telling Buddy, down the stretch, you're going to need that player, that Kawhi, that Paul George, to step up. Because right now that we were watching, we saw a
made a fantastic comeback.
But you didn't have those players to carry you to the victory you had. Obviously, Westbrook has done it before with the Thunder. He's done it before with the Thunder. Yeah,
Thunder, Rockets, Wizards.
Oh yeah, Rockets.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he was good with the Rockets.
Yeah, so but obviously Westbrook's not the same Westbrook he was once. But at the end of the day, you need those star players. They didn't have them. With the Suns, you have 3. I mean, you could throw an 8 in. I guess he had an okay game.
If you want to. I won't, but yeah, if you want to.
But off of names, you would go Aiden, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, who had a tremendous game, 56 points. 56?
No. You're talking about someone else.
Yeah. He had
45, I think.
45. And then KD. So you have those 4 players you could turn to, and Clippers didn't have no one. So down the stretch, you need that killer.
That's exactly
you need that killer. You need that killer to help you score buckets, to make plays. And Clippers just didn't have that this series. So we were robbed. But obviously, you don't blame it on Kawhi. Because at the end of the day, if it's a serious injury, okay, so we see it like this. For our point of view, we want him to play for a great series. But then again, at the end of the day, as a player, you need to take care of yourself just in case. Because, like, we've seen it before. Derrick Rose. We've seen it before. Derrick Rose, like, his back goes away. Victor Oladipo, who just happened, another serious injury.
Yeah.
You know, you got to bring in the money. If he plays and he gets, like, hurt really bad or something, like, you know, God forbid or whatever, because we've seen it, he tore his ACL. Then down the stretch, like, you lose that bag. How many more years did Kawhi have, like, in his tank and stuff, you know? So you think about that point of view. So we're just being greedy as fans.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
It sucks, man. It sucks. I mean,
because at the end of the day, I feel like an athlete should just take care of himself. Like, no matter how. I mean, if it's small, you could play through it, then yeah. But if it's something serious where you think, like, oh, no, I can't, then you, like, kind of think about it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess.
So you see it in two ways, I would say.
I guess that was probably the case because after I think something happened from the reports I read, something happened in game 2. He still played it out.
He wobbled, yeah. He was like wobbling.
He still played it out, and apparently he couldn't get it going. But,
or it was his sister.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
Could have been his. Bro, that's crazy.
Chill. Yeah, man. So now, and your Nuggets also closed it out today against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Closeout games are always the toughest games
sloppy
ever.
Win. But we got it.
But a win's a win, man. Now your Nuggets will take on the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if you're ready to give a prediction or not. I'm not going to force you to, but what are your just initial thoughts going into that series? It should start either Saturday or Sunday.
It's going to be a battle.
Really sure when.
I know it's going to be a battle. On papers, the Suns have a way better team. On paper. Yeah, because obviously we have a good starting 5, but when you have a guy named like KD, Booker, CP3.
Saturday. Game 1, Saturday.
I'm excited. But anyways, I think Suns have the better team on paper. I'm really shivering right now. I'm scared because Denver does tend to choke. They do get me mad because they be doing some, I don't know, sometimes they be doing some dumb play. I don't know. They be doing like random ass
right
dumb plays. I don't know. What is it with them? But Jokic today played bad. I mean, he had a triple-double, but he went 9 for 28 or something.
Think about that. He played bad, but he had a triple-double. Yeah. That's just crazy.
9 for 28, and we don't need that.
9 for 28?
9 for 28, I think.
Great defense by the Wolves.
But we don't need that right now, so we need 10 for 10 or 15 for 20. You know?
Correction, they're going to play Friday. Game 1's on Friday.
What time? 7?
Still TBD, but yeah, definitely on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to
give a prediction.
That's the only series that's set right now, right?
You want my biased or unbiased prediction?
I want both of them. How about that?
All right. So my biased prediction, I'm going 4-2 Nuggets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if
that's my biased prediction.
Yeah.
My unbiased prediction, I'd go Suns 7 games.
Suns in 7?
Yeah. That's my unbiased.
All right. Damn. I think this series is going to be fantastic, George.
Yeah.
You have KD versus Jokic, the two best players in this series. Although Devin Booker, as we've seen, can play like the best player.
Yeah, in this series, he was the best player, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
In the Clippers
he
series,
definitely was.
Yeah. I know people are going to be upset about that, but he was the best player. He was the best.
He was.
The best.
Yeah, George. I don't know if I could speak on this yet. Oh, actually, well, by the time we're here, we'll probably be 2 games in, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. F it. Oh man. Yeah, this one's tough. Like I told you before, depth matters to a certain extent. NBA teams go 7-8 deep. You have the 2-time MVP on your corner, and then you have KD and Booker and CP who's still balling, and then that other guy, that big guy for the Suns, who's still there too.
Stopping.
But George, Aiden's gonna get cooked.
He is, but
he is getting cooked. But that is not why I'm picking the Denver Nuggets to win the series. I have the Denver Nuggets to
Really?
win in 7. Yes, I do. Because I think to a certain extent, depth matters, like I said before. And I think Jokic, I think there's no answer for Jokic. There's no answer for Jokic. And I think Jamal Murray is going to do enough. I think that the Denver Nuggets have enough wing defenders to throw at both Devin Booker and KD. No one's gonna stop those guys, but they have enough bodies to contain him. And I think that the Suns haven't really found themselves yet, and I think they're gonna face a slightly more better team, a more seasoned team, and I think ultimately that's gonna be the difference.
Yeah.
Because I think also the Suns are very, very reliant on their starters to play heavy minutes, and they need. I mean, they needed fantastic performances by Devin Booker to get wins against the Clippers.
Clippers.
Yeah, against a beat up Clippers team. The Denver Nuggets are no joke. Mike Malone is a fantastic coach, and I think they just have a little bit more, and they're more seasoned.
I think we've been struggling lately.
I got the Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised about that pick. Yeah. Well, anyway, I feel like if never swing the rock MPJ could hit. If he can hit,
honestly, he could lose you guys a game.
He
bro.
can lose it, bro. Today, what did I tell you last time? I'm like, if he's hitting, he's hitting. If he's not, then he's just bad. Today, I think he went like 7 for like, I don't know. Today he shot like 20%, I think, from 3 line. No.
Oh, just from the 3.
Yeah, check it. I think he went 1 for 7. Real quick. He went 1 for 7.
Never swing the rock, MPJ. Damn. Crap.
Bro, honestly, our whole team has to be on so we can win. Like, not just Jokic, not just Jamal, because at the end of the day, Jokic, I feel like he's going to get double.
Jokic is going to do his thing.
No, but he's going to get double, and he's going to do the right thing, swing it out, and if they can't hit, KCP could probably have a good game, at least one. If
he hits like 4 or 5 threes, that'll be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be huge for them.
Never seen the rock MPJ.
Michael Porter Jr. went 3 for 10, and he went 2 for 7 from 3. 39 minutes, 8 points. He was still a +9.
Because they were winning. If they were losing, he would have been. What's Jokic?
Jokic went 28, 17, and 12. Field goal? Yeah. 8 for 29, 3 for 8 from the 3-point. Yeah. Your leading scorer was Jamal Murray.
Yeah, 35 points.
Yeah, George, but, I mean, you can't really take too much into that. I mean, obviously, Jokic is going to be the focal point on that. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, Jamal Murray needs to be stepping up. You got to have KCP hitting some open threes. Michael Porter Jr.
Aaron Gordon.
Making the right play. Aaron Gordon, yes, especially.
I feel like Aaron Gordon can make it tough for KD. Obviously, KD's getting his 20 plus.
I agree.
But if AG can lock in on defense at least a little bit, because he's athletic too. He's able to, I feel like he's able to guard him in some place. But like also we have Bruce Brown's pretty good off the bench.
Yeah, he's a big body.
So we'll see.
Yeah, man. I think the series is gonna be fantastic as well, and hopefully we meet you guys there in the second round too. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. But speaking of someone of a second round in essence, Jimmy
Butler.
Buckets. 1 game away
from
going to the second round, George. 8 seed Heat on top of the Bucks. Real quick, George. Is this series over?
It's not over till you hit 4, but I think Bucks win the next one. I think it's the NF 4-2.
What? Yeah?
Yeah, I think Heat. I think so, because think about it.
Oh, man.
Heavy buckets
Heavy buckets, bro. It's crazy how we still get surprised by this, but he's been doing this over and over again in the playoffs.
To the championship, to the finals.
Man, this dude is crazy. And then did you hear what he said yesterday after the game? He's like, "I'm just hooping. There's no. He's a playoff. He's a playoff machine.
He's a hooper, bro.
He's a playoff machine.
And Bam,
he sees playoffs on the floor, bro, and he just
no help from Adebayo, no help from Laurie. I think they had a trash game yesterday, or whenever he had 56.
No, actually, so what happened was after the game, Bam Adebayo actually got some calls from Indonesia as well, and from China. Yeah,
Shanghai.
he did.
Bro,
They called him, and well, obviously he couldn't understand what they were saying. He just hung up, but they kept on calling him and calling him, and yeah.
bro.
No, bro. Honestly, there needs to be an APB for Bam Adebayo.
Bro.
He's getting cooked. Brook Lopez is owning him in the paint, bro.
Brook Lopez, he's like
He's owning
50
him.
years old.
Bro, he's like Brook Lopez is actually he was top 3 for voting defensive player of the year. But still though, bro, I mean, come on, like Bam, like what are you doing, dog?
He has the fresh legs. He's the one who's young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more athletic than him. He can't get past Brook though.
Maybe he never had a back. Maybe he's a little.
No, he's solid. He's solid.
Not
But-
right now. Not when
No,
you
not
need
in the
him.
playoffs. I know. Not
Like
in
you
the
say,
playoffs.
why does it matter if he's solid if he's not going to show?
That's true. That's true. You're right. But George, I think
I think 4-2 though.
you think 4-2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bucks, but
This is the way I see it. Twitter, everyone was going crazy about Himmy Buckets scoring
Actually-
56, and that was fantastic. But look at the type of performance that Jimmy Buckets needed to have, right? So I think, and then also too, that was just a horrible meltdown by the Bucks.
Drew
in
Holiday
those-
I heard did bad too.
In those final 6 seasons, like, he was getting cooked by
Middleton.
Jimmy Buckets.
Middleton too.
I don't know what's going on with Middleton. I really don't. I think that surgery from last year is
But
really. Hold on. Let me get on my point. So, you needed a spectacular performance by Jimmy Buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks should have won that game. They didn't. They're going back home. They are going to take Game 5, and I think the Bucks pull off the 3-1 comeback. I really do. Because I think they're going to be more focused on Jimmy Butler. They're going to make the other guys beat them, which they clearly can't, as we've seen from the first about 40 minutes of the game, 42 minutes of the game. And I think Giannis is going to show up like he did yesterday. He's gonna play the rest of the series. And I think the Bucks are going to pull it off, man. I really do.
I don't think it could go Game 7, but I still don't think the Bucks pull it off. Like I told you, they just need the four straight, but I don't know. I don't see it.
They're going to win Game 5. If they win Game 6, George, that's trouble for the Heat.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
they
trouble.
could. Like I said, you just need 4 straight. I mean, 3
man,
straight.
like, this is crazy that they're down 3-1, though. I mean,
I
who
did
would've
not
thought?
expect this series. But also, you got the little help they had when
Giannis
went out. So, realistically, they probably wouldn't be. But, like, injuries part of the games. I sent you the Warriors
it
thing.
sucks, though, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I don't know, though. That's a tough one, though.
That'd be crazy, man. If the Heat win, bro, that other team has a better chance, and I do not want that to happen. Do not want that to happen.
Can't even speak their name.
Hater mode activated. But man, George, the series of the first round, man. The young upstart Kings and the veteran dynasty Golden State Warriors, George. You had this series going 7. I hope it goes 7.
They're back in
Game
Sacktown.
5 is tomorrow back in Sacktown. What are your how is this going to finish, George? How is this going to finish? It's a best out of 3 series now.
Yeah.
How's it going to finish?
Right now, D Fox is hurt, right?
Nope, he's playing.
But he's still injured. He's still
Nope.
like you said with Ja. You just
Nah.
a little wrist.
Nope.
You can't shoot.
Nope. He's playing. Index, that's nothing. That's nothing.
If the Kings could pull it together, I think Kings could win. Because they had a bad shooting performance. The first game that the Warriors won, the first game at home. So what, Game 3?
Oh, yeah.
They could not buy a bucket
Right.
to save them lives. I don't think they're going to struggle. I don't know. This is a tough series, actually. I know I had said Kings originally, but
I know.
the way Warriors are playing, I don't know. And like I said, you can never count out the Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go stay with my pick with the Kings.
You're going
7 games still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, you say it's Kings of 7, but how is this going to play out?
So
So
I think Kings win tomorrow.
So it's going to go chalk.
Yeah.
They're going to win all the home games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they win tomorrow. Warriors win at home. And then you have Kings winning at home.
Yeah. If the Kings lose tomorrow, the Warriors are winning this in 6. It's vital. It's vital that they got to win tomorrow, the Kings. Both, obviously, is a must-win. You always want to go up 3-1. You always 3-2. You always want to just have one more game one more win to close it out. But
yeah, like you said, the Warriors are great at home, so I feel like we're gonna see a Game 7 actually, only if the Kings win tomorrow.
yeah,
If they don't, then we don't see a game.
Yeah.
Like full distance.
yeah, I know, man. This series is
Did I
fantastic.
said Game 6 or Game 7? Yeah, we're only gonna see a Game 7
Yeah,
if Kings win tomorrow. If they don't, then it's over.
it's over.
Because Warriors are not losing at
I
home.
think that should be your mindset too. If you're the Warriors, 11 wins throughout 41 games on the road for the Warriors in the regular season, just horrendous, especially for the defending champs. But if you steal one, you gotta steal one, man.
Yeah.
You gotta steal one, and at worst, they're gonna have 2 road games.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
I think
they gotta get it tomorrow. They gotta get it tomorrow, and then hope they win Game 6. Because if they don't win Game 6, if they go, if the road team wins each, I think the Warriors are in trouble. Because I don't trust them to win another road game after the disastrous road schedule that they had. So, man, tomorrow's game is gonna be a lot of fun.
we'll see.
So much fun right there.
D Fox needs to be on his A game.
Definitely, yeah.
So, but we saw the young mentality they had, where the IQ wasn't there. They took bad shots down the stretch.
Yeah, Malik Monk. I don't know what was up with that on Sunday. He rushed it there.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that shot selection. And
He
then
did.
Curry also had a brain fart too. He called a timeout when they didn't have one.
You know how he gave it to Harrison Barnes?
A little Chris Webber moment right there in
Chris
the
Webber.
finals.
Oh, teed up. Harrison Barnes was open. I know that, but I think the better shooter was Malik Monk.
Oh,
I don't
definitely.
know if you saw him. He was like Clay gave him some space, so I feel if he would have got it on Malik Monk, I feel like that would have been a better shot just because Malik Monk's the better shooter, and I feel like he had a better look up top.
Oh damn!
If you go back on that play, you're gonna see Malik Monk had. That's why I text you. I think that was Malik Monk's shot right there.
Yeah, I think he could have, but
obviously
the Warriors, I think they did good in
doubling
in switching that. Yeah, kind of doubling, kind of playing him in the middle, like that. So yeah, props to them, and then you just got to get the shot up. But yeah, I honestly that Harrison Barnes shot looked good.
He was not hitting.
I thought it was gonna go in. No, I mean, but just the shot itself.
Yeah.
The shot itself looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's all you could ask for is a chance.
Yeah.
But the Warriors almost blew that one. Luckily, they didn't, because if they did, they
People
were
were
going down 3-1, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been ugly.
But we seen them come back 3-1.
We have. We've also seen them blow a 3-1 lead.
Yeah. But they've been on both ends.
They've been on both ends in the same year.
Same year?
That's crazy, huh? Oh, man. All right. To wrap this up, I think something in the NFL happened real quick. I think, right?
I got the little
news.
Yeah, I got the little message. You want to break the news?
Sure, I'll break it. Aaron Rodgers, longtime Packers quarterback, is now a New York Jet.
Still in green, just a different green.
Just a different green. Packers are no longer with their franchise quarterback. They will hope to find a new franchise quarterback in Jordan Love. We'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure they do, but they're going to ride with Jordan Love because he's still kind of like a rookie.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers will now go to the upstart New York Jets. That big city life Aaron Rodgers will now take with fantastic weapons.
Shouldn't be no excuse, I feel like. Great defense.
Yeah, definitely no excuse. But also, too, a lot of pressure
now
coming from the Jets in a really good division where you have the Bills, who are still the favorites, and then you have the Miami Dolphins, who have a ton of weapons. Hopefully Tua is fine this season. And then now you have the Jets, and then the Patriots, I think, are going to be last. But I think they're going to fight. They're going to scratch and claw. I think they now have a offensive coordinator now, which they didn't last year. So if they do, that would be a major plus for them. So just real quick, George, expectations on the Packers and then the Jets. What do you expect from Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, from the Packers side, I don't think you're looking so good. I mean, they also lost Lazard.
Who is now a Jet.
Who is not a Jet. So I think Packers not so good. So with the Jets, it could either go good or bad. And
Yeah, there's gonna be no middle, right?
No middle.
Yeah.
It's either good or bad because now you're thinking about they have a secondary, they have weapons. Now you have your QB, so you have everything you want. You wouldn't say they're the perfect team, but you have everything you want. So if you don't make expectations, what are even expectations from?
Well, I think with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, I
Playoffs?
think definitely playoffs.
AFC,
You have to make the playoffs.
AFC Championship?
Probably at least. At least.
So
George, I mean, think about it. I mean, the Jets defense was carrying the entire team for the better part of the season. Obviously, they just ran out of gas because they didn't have the quarterback at their disposal. They have that now. They lost games because Zach Wilson couldn't throw the ball. Or not only that, when he did, it was just bad.
Yeah.
It was bad overall. So now you don't have that excuse. You have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time still playing at a high level. He had a little bit of a down year in last season, but now you have a Hall of Fame quarterback at your disposal, George.
Yeah.
You got to get it done. 9-8, 10-7. That's not gonna cut it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
what I'm
gonna
saying.
cut it.
Like in between, there's no in between. It's either gonna go bad or good.
You gotta
I feel like
win. You gotta win your division.
I think they're gonna win their division.
This puts high expectations on the Jets that they have not had in like never.
Actually, it's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a dogfight between them and the Bills.
What about Miami?
Tua's not gonna cut it, bro.
You don't believe in Tua?
Don't.
Wow.
You do? You were just you were talking so much smack how he's not
I did.
a QB.
Oh, I didn't. What?
No, he's not. Okay, you said he hasn't proved anything that you don't
He hasn't.
believe him as.
He hasn't. He hasn't. But
QB.
maybe he could prove me wrong.
Okay.
Maybe he can because he has the weapons.
I don't think Tua cuts it.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine.
So I just think it's gonna be Bills and Jets dogfight.
Man, that's gonna be tough.
Are we seen
That's gonna be tough.
how Diggs has performed with Sauce Gardner on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now because if you think about it, let's say hypothetically, the Jets go 9-8 and the Packers go 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
Those 9-8 records
Are different.
were way different. You look the Packers go 9-8. You say to yourself, that's a pretty successful season considering everything. Considering like you said earlier, or kind of like a rebuild.
I think they're gonna be
Right?
in a whole Seahawks Broncos situation, either good or bad.
No.
No, obviously no.
No.
No, wait.
No.
Let me finish. I'm not saying Russell Wilson's never gonna be close to Aaron Rodgers. He never is.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Woe to. I'm saying that you're comparing the situations.
Well, because Seahawks.
Because I'm pretty sure that you're comparing the Seahawks to the Packers, right?
As in Seahawks lost their QB1 and then everyone thought they were gonna be the last seed.
Yeah.
I think that's how we see it. Obviously,
But you're not saying that that's gonna happen, or are you saying?
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm just saying we've seen it. Like Packers should be last. How we saw
Yeah,
the Seahawks.
yeah, they should.
That's how. Let me finish before you. All right. So
You're
we're
right.
seeing
My
it
bad.
as Packers should be last, but if they exceed expectations like the Seahawks did, then we look at Rodgers was traded.
Yeah.
They're 9-8 versus Packers 9-8.
You know what? Also too, what's funny when you compare that
What?
is Nathaniel Hackett is the
Oh.
offensive coordinator for the Jets.
Jets.
But we've seen him have success with Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, he won 2 MVPs with him as his offensive coordinator. But it's just funny how like you're comparing that situation and then Nathaniel Hackett's still in the middle of that.
It's a similar situation though. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lose your QB1 and you have low expectations for. Well, you had low expectations for the Seahawks,
Yeah.
so they did bad. I mean, they did. We thought they were going to do bad. They did good, and then
And now we have those same.
Broncos did bad,
And we expected him to do good.
and we expected them to do good. Now it's like we expect the Jets to be high. Now we expecting Green Bay to be all the way last. So
Yeah.
it's like
Oh my God.
so. It's a similar situation in that point.
It you know what? It is kind of similar because Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere where they already have
Team?
they have a.
And we
no,
thought
no,
Broncos
no,
were going
no.
to be a good team.
Not the team,
Oh.
but he's going to a division where is an all-pro type quarterback in Josh Allen. Then you have another really good quarterback. Well, a good quarterback in Tua. So yeah, that's right. That's a really good comparison. Hopefully, for the sake of Jets fans, that does not happen.
Yeah.
But hopefully, for the sake of Packers fans,
I mean, it happens. But I think
they're this year's Seahawks.
That's the same situation that Russell Wilson, I think, situated. Obviously, Russell Westbrook's not Aaron Rodgers, but
Russell Wilson. You said Russell Westbrook.
oh, Russell. I forgot to talk basketball. Russell was. I hate Westbrook that much.
I guess you do. He lives in your head
Wilson.
rent free.
Nah.
Apparently.
Russell Wilson, I think it's just similar situation to Rodgers. But Rodgers is a better QB, so hopefully that does happen.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Way
George.
better QB.
Oh, geez. If that happens, we definitely got to come back to this.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. NFL releases their schedule in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Steelers.
We'll be looking at that.
Rams.
Steelers-Rams. We'll see when that game takes place. It's going to be at SoFi, right? It's going to be at SoFi. That will be fun. But, yeah, looking forward to the NFL schedule coming out. Looking forward to the rest of these NBA playoffs. Hopefully they are a great watch. Mm-hmm. And nothing else happens. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We're going to wrap this up. Anything else you want to say?
No, just subscribe to the YouTube. We want to hit those 100. Maybe we're close to 100.
We're at 96 right now on YouTube.
Just need 4 more.
We need 4 more to hit
Make
the
an extra
grand old
account.
100.
What'd you say?
No, I said to hit those grand old 100.
The honey bun.
Honey bun.
All right, now thank you, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, you already know the deal. Dimes Only Podcast on all those. We will catch you guys next week. You guys have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.